for researching cloak, and also he did have static defense. I saw him his photon cannon, so he had enough detection. So going for cloak, I never go cloak Banshees, only if I see that he doesn't have any means for detection, so then you just go cloak and go for the kill. But rarely any good protoss will will forget to have detection. So I decided to move on and attack, but there were just too many stalkers here. I did have significant numbers of Banshees and Marauders, but I had to retreat. I knew that he could just warp in additional stalkers, and I would lose that battle. So in the meanwhile, I just continued producing Marauders, Helions and Banshees. That's all I did, and I was on 3 gas all the time, and even this gas wasn't fully saturated. In the income tab, you see my macro slipped a little bit because I sacrificed a lot of my SCVs here when he attacked, so he had 48 harvesters while I had only 30. But again, his macro slipped because he was low on gas and had a lot of minerals, and he didn't expand. So I decided to add on additional barracks for additional Marauders, because I just saw I put too much pressure on him. He spent a lot of resources. He was afraid of my Banshees. He put a lot of resources, invested it in his static defense and detection. So I knew that his Colossi or Stargate units, or for example Dark Templars will High Templars or Dark Templars will be way late. So I decided in the next attack I even built 2 ghosts to deal to ouch, my brain just stops working, to throw some EMP rounds and to deplete those immortals from their hardened shields. And this Viking was out just for scouting and if some unexpected Colossi pop out, but as you can see, his robotics was way late, and I think that he couldn't make it any earlier. So around 70 minutes he decides to expand while I'm still being on 2 base, and I'm mounting a huge attack. And if you can see army tab, 110 of my army against 97 of his, but he does have a lot of 15 more workers than I do, so my army is significantly stronger than his is. And of course he's still stuck with his gateway units. He doesn't have any high-tech units. He doesn't even have any immortal. He does have well, he started blink research, then he cancelled it. As you can see, he doesn't have blink, so he switched to charge. He made a huge mistake there, and by the time I attacked, his charge was of course not done. And upgrade wise, I was 0-0 while he was 0-0 as well. No, he had 1 armor research, so in upgrades he was ahead, but I was way ahead in the unit count. So 1 EMP goes down, 2nd EMP goes down, so his sentries are lower energy, and he does warp in some zealots, but EMP goes on them as well, and stalkers are just melting away to this Marauder Banshee army, and a few ghosts are there as well, and he leaves the game. So very good mix of units against Protoss is Helions, Banshees and Marauders if you need them, because Helions are pretty strong, extremely strong against light units such as Zealots, and of course you can use them to harass, to kill his workers and such. And Banshees actually deal perfectly with gateway units that Protoss has, and Marauders also, they just kill stalkers. And if he goes Colossi again, I would recommend Banshees. They do have a lot of less range than Viking does, but they have higher DPS than Vikings. And also, when you do kill Colossi, the Banshees can continue to attack ground units, while landing Vikings... Well, landed Vikings are very weak against Protoss gateway units. And the ways to counter this build by Protoss is going a lot of early Phoenix, or I don't know, perhaps Blink Stalkers can be also powerful against Banshees, but Blink Stalkers come really late, and if the Protoss goes Blink Stalkers, you just go a lot more Marauders, and instead of Banshees go some Medivacs to heal those ground units, and you'll be okay. So I'll switch to second replay I want to show you today. Just a moment to load it. This was yeah, here it is. This is actually this is a practice match between me and my good friend Boogie. I hope he doesn't kill me for mispronouncing his name. And we were just on the chat, and so let's play a couple of games, and we play 3 or 4, and well, this is the only one I won against him. He won all of the others, so... And of course I'm going to show off the game that I won, and yeah, I hit the pause for a second. So, as you can see, we're playing on Shatter Temple. This is... disregard the chat. This is, like I love to call it, Lost Temple 2.0. You know the differences. This central area is way wider, and only one Zelnaga tower is here to give you the vision of whole this area. And also, this choke is no longer that chokey. It's a bit wider, and there is no ledge here, so it doesn't allow Terran anymore to drop and harass natural expansion of the opponents. And of course, these corner expansions are no longer island expansions, but regular ones, just guarded with destructible rocks. And yeah, I tried to kill his pro, but I failed. So this is the same build, but Boogie here went for something another, so I had to compensate and had to well, how do you say, to improvise. Yeah, improvise is the right word. To improvise during the match and to adjust my build to his own. So, like I said, 12 barracks, 13 gas, 15 orbital, and after that you build the factory and the starport, and you do a Helion drop. But you'll see that Boogie here didn't allow me to do drop. He pressured me a bit, and I decided to do a little bit of switching. And if you didn't watch any of my previous videos, just to let you know, Mixed Fruit is a bunch of friendly StarCraft players, and we are also, our primary goal is as a coaching group, so we some of our higher ranked players do coach lower ranked players. We have our TeamSpeak servers, so we play a bunch of games, then criticize each other of pointing out of the weak spots in the build orders, macro strategies and tactics, and we're very friendly and polite, and of course it is all for free and on volunteer basis. And also we have a number of in-house events, and also we house a few tournaments, one weekly tournament, and also we'll be perhaps housing some external tournaments, because our member number has grown significantly in the past few weeks. So just let me get back to this game. So what my opponent decided to do, a good Bogey decided to go Gateway Robo. and I had no idea about it, and he killed my SCV and denied scouting, and he decided to put pressure on me with his 2 first stalkers, and I was so afraid. Of course, I did have my bunker finished in time, but I thought that he is going to 4-gate rush me or something, so I decided to switch to defensive play, and I did have my helions on time and my starports was almost done. Oh, I like the bit there. I did execute my build order like I should, even better than the last time, but since I was afraid and he did, I didn't know that he had these 2 stalkers here. I was afraid that he was here with a much larger army, and he poked a bit every now and then, and I even put this SCV here on auto repair just just in case. And so I decided to make a Reaper to try to sneak out a scout, because I couldn't. I thought that there is no way that I could sneak out an SCV. Well, I really couldn't sneak out an SCV, send another one to scout his base. In the meanwhile, he was going for one base Colossus, and I'm really afraid of this build because it is really powerful against Terran, and I don't know why doesn't Protoss go this build more often. So I managed to sneak in this Reaper, and I saw immediately that he had robotics done, so I knew what was what he was preparing for me. So right away another starport was being built, and I switched entirely on defense, and I just gathered all my units here near my bunker, and I did have my medevac here, but I was too afraid to try to drop in his base. I had no idea that he decided to retreat, and of course he had his